Okay, so you probably always wanted to sit in a functioning train in South Africa, and this is a really, really fun one.
If you're new here, hit the subscribe button.
We share loads of hidden gems and affordable things to do in South Africa. So we are finally doing the Ceres Railway to Elgin, okay? And we just checked in. It's like, I don't know, 7:20. Ceres Railway departs from Foreshore in Cape Town on usually the weekend, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday. You can have a look at their schedule on their website. It's really easy to book.
And you go down to Foreshore. You get to park in either the hotel or you can park outside. Both are really great options.
There are two types of parking, so you can park at the outside, which is not shaded, or you can park inside underground. They do seem to have some sort of an affiliation because it's quite cool. Like, we parked underground because it's like we're going to be gone the whole day, you know, and then we don't know in Cape Town if it's going to rain or hail or what's happening. But they charge. Update, we just found out you don't need to pay for the underground parking. So yeah, we're happy they do have a partnership. And there's like security guards from the ground telling you, okay, go this way, go this way. So it's quite cool. It felt a bit VIP. Oh, I think we're at our cabin. Do you not want to say?
We are at our cabin. Starts super early. It happens every week on a Saturday. And you need to get there by about 7 a.m. in the morning so that your tickets can be ticked off.
We have the lounge next to us is the coffee lounge. So if you want like snacks and stuff, because you're not allowed to bring your own. And yeah, we're just waiting for the boarding process to finish, and then we will.
I'm sleepy.
The sun is coming up nicely now. But let us tell you why you should book with them. It's fun. It's a really unique experience.
It's a very vintage feeling to it. The whole train is very vintagey. Like if you're watching any Harry Potter movies, I think. And you have a similar kind of feel with the trains and the sections that are there. And basically once you've ticked off, you can get into the different cabins that are there.
We are in we're number 10.
Yeah.
And then there's like coffee and stuff in 9, so we're very excited. So there's different seatings in the train, and the train has a very vintage vibe. So it's red, like a rusty red outside, and as soon as you get there you feel like you're transported to another century. It's quite the experience. And you will essentially have the choice of 3 seatings, if I recall correctly. So you've got regular seating, which is around about 600 rands, and then the one we picked, which was comfort, so there were sofas and a bit more spaced out seating as well, which was about 800. And then you've got like the family and the luxurious ones, I think for about 1,000 rands. We went with
the family section, kind of where 2 or more people can be there, and we really enjoyed that seating area and the experience that's there. You, of course, in every cabin you're sharing with others, but you can have your own space, which I really liked.
So reason number 1 was it's fun. Reason number 2 is the views are amazing. The road that the railway tracks take is not a road that cars can take. So initially, yes, you will be passing with cars, but then at some point you're elevated, especially past Gordon's Bay, and it is beautiful, so beautiful. And the volunteer staff are really, I think they've done the trip a lot of times, and so they're so friendly and so, you know, knowledgeable. Essentially, they know, like they will tell you, hey, look out for this particular viewpoint. Oh, they told us at some point where we could see the front of the train and the back of the train, and it was like, whoa, because it's curving, right? And yeah, it was super cool, and you can see like the steam at the top coming in the front, and the views, like I said, are just wow. Essentially, you're seeing Cape Town from outside, but also like from above in a way. It's really very
goes through different sceneries, goes through Cape Town's Century City area, and then moves northwards through Belleville, and then going towards the Elgin area. You pass by Ceres Pass, and it's really a very beautiful section as you go through areas that have been carved out, of course, for the train itself, and tunnels as well. And then there is beautiful views as you're just going through Ceres Pass. One of the train ticket managers was there, and she was chatting to us about how she never gets exhausted by the view, and we genuinely understood that. Like when we were passing there, you can see the panoramic views of the city right there. The sky looks so beautiful. The roads that are passing by are winding so nicely as well, and the train as well turns at the section whereby you can see the front and the back at the same time, which is just so beautiful. It's a very different way to experience the whole trip. I think you can, of course, take the fastest way of taking a car, but the train really brings an exposure of vintage and a different scenery and view as well. And well, you of course get so much time in the train to spend with your significant other or your family or your friends that you're going with, you know.
First thing was fun, second thing was views, third thing is you get to visit a market. So if you're going with a car, the drive would probably take you maybe an hour and a half to the Elgin Market. But the train experience is different, right? So you also meet new people. We ended up meeting a couple of people, some families, and it's just a very nice shared experience.
So there's a Muslim family here in the coach, and they basically came and gave us these bowls. They told us they have a lot of food, and they presented it so well, and they asked us if we wanted, we want some. They took two, it's very sweet, and then the guy went like, if you want more, please let us know. We passed by each other. And like, breath of kindness included.
It was very sweet. Yeah, we felt happy. We feel happy. Yeah.
When you get to the market, lots of options, a plethora of options, just as you would expect, like with all these food markets that are there.
So when we reached the market, we were very hungry, ready to eat, and there are so many options. And because it's a railway market, the way that it's constructed inside is also very railway-like. So there are small things that you can see in the interior that make it feel like it's inside a train. And there's lots of food options. We went with pita or falafel from Petra Palace. We got some mini sliders from Sir Chicken SA, and then I think we just got drinks. We thought we'd be able to eat more, but we weren't. Lots of dessert places, and there's obviously, as with all markets, there is also a couple of other things that you can do. We know someone said that there was caricature artist there, and there are shops with lots of clothes and like artisan stuff, local homemade crafts and clothes and stuff like that.
We are Muslim, of course, so we had halal options, but there are lots of other options, and there's music going on. There are vendors who are selling items there, different vintage items, for example, or clothing items or jewelry, and basically it caters to every food option and every requirement that you might have in terms of your eating. You spend about 2 hours there, and then of course there are so many pictures that you can take with the train standing itself, because the train is standing for all that time while it's waiting for you. I think it's about 2 hours that they wait in the Elgin Market. The Elgin's area is also around there, so the city around there is also there, which you can go to. Of course, in 2 hours you might not get enough time, but that's the surrounding area itself. And then you of course head back. Again, the views back are quite similar, but again you really appreciate that part. I think for us at the end it got a bit exhausting because kind of the trip is quite long. It's about 2 hours, or I think 3 hours going back, and going back you're kind of like, okay, I wish it would just be a bit faster, but still I think it's the whole experience that's really worth it. And then of course you come back from Elgin, going through Ceres Pass again, going through all the the different passes that are there and different tunnels, and then coming back to foreshore.
Some tips we would say is when you're going, take a jacket. We went in the winter, so our departure time, well, we needed to arrive by around 7ish, and I think we departed around 7:30. So we did take a jacket, and we're glad we did because it was quite chilly in the morning. And also the windows on the trains can be open. They usually will be most of the time because people want to take pictures. It's really nice. You know, you pop your head out, and it's safe to pop your head out because the train is going at a slow speed, and you take a nice picture. Also, lots of smoking breaks if you would like to. That's where we got most of our pictures because where we were sitting, the window was stuck and it did not open. So we ended up taking most of our pictures and during smoke breaks or like, you know, when the views were super nice and stuff. What was I saying? Yes, take a jacket and a blanket. We would recommend it. So we didn't use our blanket. But it would be nice to have one because, yeah, again, the windows are open, and then because you're going at a particular speed and you're kind of at a higher altitude. I don't know. It's the air is colder up there. Take some games or something to do. So we, on the way back after we ate and everything, we were like just so sleepy. So we took a little bit of a nap and then we read. If you want to take your headphones or earphones, take a book to read, take some games. So we took card games, just something to keep you busy because then the ride back will seem a little bit tiring. And the views are just in reverse, so it's still nice, but at some point you just want to get back home. Oh, if it's your birthday, make sure you tell them because they give you a free drink, which is really nice. With food, yes, very important. We got hungry on the way to there because it was like a 4-hour trip, and I'm a snacker. I need my snacks. So, and also they have like a little coffee station, and they've got some snacks and sandwiches, but they finish pretty quickly, I guess, compared to the number of people who wanted stuff. And then there was coffee throughout, but snacks not so much. And also if you have any dietary requirements, so if you are vegan, vegetarian, kosher, halal, any of those things, then just get in touch with the management. We had a family who told us that they contacted them in advance and they did say it's okay for them to bring their own food, which they shared with us very kindly, which was so great. You can still taste those bao buns. Very nice. So yeah, just check depending on your requirements and stuff, or if you have allergies or anything of the sort. Obviously take water with you, especially in the summer. With parking, so if you are arriving with a car to the point of departure for the train, then there are two parkings. So one is an unshaded parking, and for us we just didn't prefer that because we knew we would be gone the whole day, and in Cape Town you don't know, honestly, with all 4 seasons in one day. You could leave your car in a relatively cool area and then come back and find out that it hailed during the day, or it suddenly got so hot there was a heat stroke. You don't know. So then that's where you have the other option. So there is underground parking as well with the hotel nearby, and they've kind of got like a partnership with Ceres Railways, so you won't actually pay for parking the entire day, which is really great because that would probably be very expensive.
Join the WhatsApp group. They send you these instructions.
Really cool stuff as well on the trip update section.
Yes, they send you these instructions before, with the liability form and all that. So just join from before.
Just a lot of fun to do. It's definitely a bucket list activity. Something for a special, and it's very kid friendly as well. We had lots of families that brought their kids, and then you just bring something to entertain them as you do with kids. And it is definitely something we would recommend. That they're very friendly, the staff is very friendly.
So the trip is almost 12 hours in total. You leave at about 6 a.m. in the morning, you come back at 6 p.m. at night. But definitely worth going to or exploring when you're in Cape Town. If you're visiting, definitely worth enjoying it. And it's actually a hidden gem. Surprisingly, there are so many people who do it, but every time we talk about it, there's someone who tells us, we haven't done this. And definitely worth doing it, especially if you are like me at least, that loves trains and enjoys that whole experience of just enjoying the scenery and the view while you're not driving. It's a different experience entirely.
But this is not that nice. The company is not nice, the train is not nice.
You're just depressed, man. Early in the morning, you're numbing my vibe. We're finally moving. It's 8.
Either the train that's moving or it's us.
No, the train is moving.
Inception.
So we are inside thingy 10 now. I don't know if it's cabin or
Cabin.
is it? It feels like it should be carriaged and like Harry Potter style.
We call it whatever you want.
I even
We call it
said,
apples.
listen, I even
oranges.
said we shouldn't wake up so early in the morning. We should just take a flying car like Ron and Harry and join them midway. But we woke up and we're glad. It's nice inside, it's cozy. But this was nice because we had our own space, we could stretch out and things. We took a nap, I tried, didn't manage. Was unsuccessful. But it's nice,
We met some good people as well, it was a bit personal.
it was nice to meet people and make friends.
Staff was great.
Yeah, they're all volunteers and they're like super, they know all the spots that you need to look out for.
And they share them with you.
Yeah, they tell you like, oh, look at it, look at it. Couple of tips. Make sure you bring water and things. Obviously, like you can, if you have dietary preferences, ask if you're allowed to bring food.
Food, yeah, because you can. People in our stall had dietary requirements. They asked and they were able to bring.
Yes, and then bring something to do because it's essentially 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, we have a lot of stock part, but sometimes we just want to be quiet and look out the window and do something else.
Yeah, read or something like
Yeah,
that.
so we brought books, we had a card, games, and earphones and things, so you're not bothering other people. A blanket and a jacket, you might not use it. We didn't use our blanket, but it's
Didn't
nice
use
to
our
have.
jackets as well, but yeah, just important. It was a warmer day today.
Yeah.
So this should definitely be on your bucket list. If you're visiting Cape Town or if you stay in Cape Town, go do it. You'll have fun. It's definitely a once in a lifetime experience.